Fernando Alonso's recent surge of performance doesn't seem to be enough for Aston Martin to pursue a future with the two-time world champion. While it might sound tough to believe, Audi has emerged as one of the top candidates to sign Alonso, with officials from Alfa Romeo publicly expressing interest in the Spaniard services. Will Alonso do the same thing to Aston as he did to Alpine last year? Aston Martin's team principal recently discussed the possibility of retaining Fernando Alonso as part of their long-term plan. Despite being the oldest driver on the grid, Alonso has demonstrated impressive performance, currently ranking third in the drivers' standings, trailing closely behind the Red Bull drivers. Alonso's current team, Aston Martin, is engaged in a battle with Mercedes for second place in the Constructors' Championship, a significant improvement compared to their performance in the previous year. They've already amassed nearly 3 times the number of points they scored last season, and it's not even halfway through the current season. This year marks Alonso's 20th season in Formula One, with his remarkable career spanning over 22 years. He currently holds the record for the most Grand Prix starts among all drivers, and he intends to extend this record beyond the current year. Alonso recently expressed his intention to continue racing with Aston Martin for a few more years. When asked about Alonso's statement, Aston Martin's team principal Mike Crack seemed pleased but didn't reveal much about the future plans. Crack commented that it's nice to hear Alonso's desire to stay with the team for several years, highlighting his motivation and aspiration to be at the front. However, the team prefers to focus on taking each race as it comes and performing well. While Crack acknowledged Alonso's statement, they haven't dwelled too much on it yet, opting to concentrate on the current race and making things happen. When it comes to winning races in 2023, Crack expressed cautious optimism. He explained that predicting victories is challenging in such a competitive environment, as it depends on various factors like the performance of other teams and one's own performance. Crack emphasized the importance of being prepared and taking advantage of opportunities that arise. Rather than making specific predictions about winning races, the team is focused on working hard to maintain their position and being ready for any chances that come their way. According to former F1 racer David Kennedy, Alonso, who is currently the oldest driver in Formula One at 41 years old, has shown remarkable skills and determination in his recent races. Although winning the World Championship may be challenging for him, he could potentially achieve his 33rd Grand Prix victory this season. Alonso's strong performances, including 5 podium finishes in the first 7 races, have placed Aston Martin in contention for the runner-up position in the 2023 Constructors' Championship. Despite not having won a Grand Prix since the team was rebranded from Racing Point in 2021, their switch to Honda as an engine provider in 2026 brings optimism for future success. Kennedy believes that once Alonso secures a pole position and wins a race, it will demonstrate Aston Martin's competitiveness and attract potential new teammates. He suggests that Alonso's experience and contributions to the team's progress make him a valuable asset. To become regular winners like Max Verstappen and his Monaco victory, Aston Martin may need another talented driver to make a significant impact. According to Kennedy, Alonso is the perfect driver for Aston Martin as he brings valuable experience and expertise that can make the team more appealing to other top drivers. With his knowledge and skills, Alonso can maximize the performance of the car he drives, which can attract talented drivers to join the team. Kennedy further explains that Alonso's presence is beneficial for the team owner, and his teammate. Having gone through various situations and challenges in Formula One, Alonso has become older and wiser, making him a valuable asset to the team. Alonso currently holds the 3rd position in the Drivers' Championship with 99 points from 7 races. In contrast, his teammate Stroll has only accumulated 35 points. As a result, there has been growing pressure on team owner Lawrence Stroll, who is also Lance Stroll's father, to replace his son with a more experienced driver. Overall, Kennedy believes that Alonso's contribution to Aston Martin and his strong performance make him an ideal driver for the team, potentially attracting other talented drivers and improving the team's overall competitiveness. Taking a more neutral standpoint, the situation isn't as bad as it seems. Lance Stroll, despite receiving criticisms due to his father's ownership of the team, is not one of the worst drivers on the F1 grid. In fact, having Fernando Alonso as his teammate could actually be a positive thing. Alonso's experience and mentorship can greatly contribute to Lance's development and improvement in the F1 car. Week after week, we witness Alonso's remarkable abilities as a teammate, going above and beyond what we've seen before. This pairing has the potential to be a hidden advantage, with Alonso's guidance benefiting Lance's skills on the racetrack. While the future remains uncertain, the current combination appears to be a perfect match. It's worth noting that Alonso also has numerous opportunities available to him within other F1 teams. Such a team is Audi, who will be joining in 2026 in place of Alfa Romeo. Alessandro Aluni-Bravi, the representative of Alfa Romeo's team, has openly expressed his interest in recruiting Fernando Alonso for Audi's debut Formula 1 driver lineup in 2026. Audi is set to take over the current Alfa Romeo Sauber team when the new regulations are introduced. As a factory team, Audi has sparked speculation about who will lead their team. Carlos Sainz has been a prominent name due to his previous connection with Sauber CEO Andreas Seidel, who previously worked at McLaren. Aluni-Bravi, representing Alfa Romeo, stated that given the opportunity, he would always sign Fernando Alonso. He had the chance to get to know Alonso well during their time at McLaren when he managed Alonso's teammate, Stoffel van Dorn. Aluni-Bravi witnessed firsthand Alonso's exceptional daily work as a driver, his skills and his strong determination. Alonso is regarded as a champion with unique qualities that enable him to achieve such success. Aluni-Bravi finds great pleasure in seeing him perform. The year 2025 will be significant in the driver market as several notable names, including Sainz and Leclerc, will be without contracts. Valtteri Bottas, the current driver, has a contract for the following year, and Zhou Guanyu is expected to continue with the team for a third season if he maintains his current performance. Aluni-Bravi emphasized that they are content with their current driver pair. "We are happy with our current drivers and our goal is to provide them with competitive equipment," he said. Carlos Sainz is regarded as one of the top drivers in Formula 1, currently driving for Ferrari. Aluni-Bravi believes Sainz is content with Ferrari and their focus is on supporting their drivers and equipping them to perform well. But enough about that, we have an exciting race coming up, and it could be a chance for Alonso to redeem himself. In the previous Spanish Grand Prix, Stroll performed better than Alonso in qualifying. But could Alonso finally get a pole position after waiting for 11 years? The Canadian Grand Prix offers a great opportunity for the two-time world champion. Alonso impressed us with a fantastic lap here last year, putting his Alpine car on the front row. Now, with a more competitive Aston Martin, he could go even further. Max Verstappen and Red Bull are expected to be the favorites once again due to their dominant performances. However, it would be hard to ignore Alonso's chances in qualifying, although the race day could be a different story. Alonso's teammate Lance Stroll also has the potential to put on a show for his home crowd, building on his performance in Spain 2 weeks ago. Mercedes moved ahead of Aston Martin in the constructors' standings after securing both second and third places in the recent Spanish Grand Prix. This result showed that the upgrades implemented in Monaco had improved the performance of the W14 car, giving Mercedes hope for a better season. However, the upcoming race at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve poses a unique challenge. The street circuit shares some similarities with Monaco, but at higher speeds. In Monaco, Mercedes finished 4th and 5th, relying on clever strategy due to rain. The nature of the upcoming race could potentially disrupt the progress made by Mercedes. It is important not to overemphasize the outcome of this one event and instead refocus on the traditional European circuits. These circuits will provide an opportunity to validate the performance seen in the Spanish Grand Prix. What do you think? Will Alonso or Stroll be the first to leave this Aston Martin team? And who do you think should replace any of them? Let us know in the comments below.